Okay, so the stream has started. I just gotta click go live. Live. Hello. Welcome to Project Cars 2 Sim Racing System. This will be the second race ever on pCars 2 SRS I've participated in. We did a test race GT3 at Algarve a couple weeks back. It worked great, no issues, and things are really just getting started today. This is the first one.
Yeet, and it's going to be so much fun. It's front-wheel drive Renault Clio Cup, shitbox racing in the heart of England. You gotta love it. And I think if I go into real motorsports, this is probably the kind of thing I'd be doing. Just cheap and cheerful front-wheel drive, just hatchback racing. And these are so much fun in the sim. Like, I just did a fuel run, and I was just grinning ear to ear the entire time. This thing is so much fun to chuck around. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, pCars 2 gets a bad rap from the sim nerds, but when you actually sit down and play the game, there's nothing wrong with it. I
Yeah, and a big part as well is calibrate your fucking wheel. Because I never had to before, and I was having all sorts of issues with pCars 2 last night. Point where I was just rage quitting and just being like, no, I'm done. Then I calibrate my wheel, and it just transformed the game. It was like the flip of what happened at Mosport the other day with Oggy not feeling the sim right and everything just fucking up.
Yeah, basically there seems to be, I don't know if it's a glitch or just something like the wheel loses calibration after a while, but in pCars 2, like if you play a bunch of other games and you have a bunch of other games in your profiler, or you just like in between Windows updates, you don't play it, or just something along those lines, and then you jump back into pCars 2, if you don't calibrate your wheel, it like fucks up the steering settings, or like resets them to default, and the calibration loses alignment for whatever reason. I don't really know. It's something I'd like to improve for the next game, so I'll let the team know about that on Monday for sure.
Yeah.
But I've seen this mentioned before where it feels like you're driving on ice, and the car's just like skating everywhere, and the steering feels like floaty, and it's just all sorts of fucked up. And it's literally solved by just going into options and calibrating your wheel.
Now, I will say the thing about cars being of inconsistent quality persists. I just tried a few of the track day A cars, and some of them were like okay-ish, some of them were really good. So that is still a factor. But if you have like severe issues, like I was having last night, where you're wrestling to keep the car just on the line, and it's just not feeling right no matter what you drive, it it literally takes like 30 seconds to do the quick simple calibration thing
Yeah.
in the menu, and you can do it in race as well, or while you're in the event. You don't have to even back out to the main menu or anything.
I think in terms of cars being inconsistent quality, like unfortunately a lot of it does boil down to setups. Obviously, with this being a game aimed at larger audiences rather than just sim nerds, there were definitely design decisions made to make sure you could drive these cars with a pad. And when you try and drive a very noob-friendly setup with a wheel as an experienced sim racer, you'll be feeling things, and the car will be doing things that it just should not be doing, because you're
Yeah.
literally driving not a broken setup, but like obviously if you take either an alien setup or a very competitive setup and compare it to like a default setup, there are things they're doing with the shocks, there are things they're doing with the suspension, there are things they're doing even with tire pressures where if you don't drive it a certain way, it won't feel right. Or there are just advanced techniques that make the car do certain things at certain speeds that a noob setup just doesn't do because noobs can't handle it. So that's unfortunately, and it is something that carries across to other sims too. So it's not like pCars is the only one guilty of this. It's really everybody. But default setups in general are just bad. Don't do that.
Well, you say that, then I'm just running a slightly tweaked version of the loose setup for the Clio here tonight. So, but I'll take that with a grain of salt myself until I can like really sit down and do a setup on a car.
Yeah.
I think it's the LMP2 one. That felt the oddest in the track day A pack. So I'll sit down and do a set for that and see what happens. But either way, the Clio we're running tonight is fantastic. The IndyCar, that's pretty good as well. I'm excited to run that on Saturdays and Sundays, is it not?
The IndyCar is awesome in this game. I mean, it's a little quick, and there are some very fun setup tricks I've found. But
Oh,
overall,
great. Well,
yeah.
there goes that.
But I mean, like, it's just underside arrow, is it not? Like for
Well,
me,
what kind of tricks are you talking about?
just underside arrow. Get air under the car to hit the rear diffuser, and you're good. That's all it was.
I mean, that sounds realistic. That's how diffusers work.
No, and I know that, but like in terms of like an exploit, there's people who just won't know that because they're just not as experienced. So
It's not an exploit. That's how diffusers work, my man.
no, but like there are people who play these games who just if they don't touch the setup, you're missing free downforce essentially because the default sets don't have that in them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's not really an exploit. It's just good setup and on an aero-sensitive car.
So the difference, which I'm unfortunately not showing during the stream because I haven't configured OBS properly, is unlike AC where the launcher's built into the game, this is like its own pop-up screen. You have to make sure your Steam account is named to your SRS name, which mine is because I don't care. When you press join, it boots you into the main menu. It does the same thing as R3 where a little Steam dialog box pops up. You go into like browse multiplayer, you go into the server list. You make sure you can see everything. That's a key component because some guys will just have it sorted by competitive license on. The SRS races, the competitive licenses are turned off because SRS has its own ranking system, right? So the join button is available, so it boots into the main menu. The dialog box pops up on the Steam taskbar button. So if it doesn't pop up in your face, just hover over like the Steam icon on your start menu, and you'll see it. Press OK, game will boot, which hopefully you guys are seeing now.
I'm pressing join, nothing's happening.
No, it won't pop up. Like you have to go look where the Steam thing is on your taskbar, and you'll see another. When you highlight Steam, it'll show two boxes. One of them is a pop-up. And it'll be some yellow text. It'll be like, are you sure you want to launch it with these parameters? You press OK. Boots into the game, which it's showing right now. You go browse online. You make sure all your options are sorted to see unranked rooms. And at the very top of the screen, hopefully it's working. Car class any. Please work.
Yep, no Steam pop-ups. I'm hitting join and it's just doing nothing.
Did you fill out the relevant stuff on the website?
Uh-huh. Yep, restarted the app, nothing.
I'm looking for SRS here. Well, is there anything going on in the chat box?
I got the Steam ID as specified, the Steam V2 ID. I put it in my profile and yep, nothing. Thanks, Sim Racing. That's great.
So it didn't pop up like on the Steam thing?
Nope, nothing. I'm clicking join. It's just nothing.
Okay, I got it right off the bat then. My issue right now is it's not actually showing up in the server list, which is sketchy. Because when we tried it a few weeks ago, it just worked like instant. begin. Browse online. I might have joined too early, which is where I fucked up. Yep, Sim Racing System 1, here it is. Clio Cup, livery select. Pick my car, and you can join right into the race. And since I'm the first one in, I can press vote to start, and it'll start the server.
Alright, sick. Well, good night then.
So the way this works is we actually get 15 minutes to qualify from the time the first user enters the server. Setup I already worked on a bit earlier today. Didn't really see what track we're at. Okay, international, 20 minutes. Not bad. Yeah, and a bunch of people are coming in now, so that's good. I do wonder, because people don't have their username set properly, how that's going to work. But yeah, we are in. Looks like we do get control of pit lane in here. And then from this point on, it just operates like a normal session. The one thing we found out, if you quit the session, like for whatever reason ahead of time, like if you're not running at the end, you like quit out of the lobby, I believe you're not given any points at all. So it is in your best interest to finish the race. Ethan, I think there might be like a box you have to check that says like allow like custom parameters or something.
Where? What?
Like I've never run into that problem. Like for me, when I press the join button, nothing like pops up, but it's on the taskbar when you like hover the mouse over the Steam icon.
I did that. Nothing. It didn't do a single thing. It just refreshed the page. So it's just another case of, you know, this shit being broken. That's sim racing.
Well, like, there's people in here, so it's not completely broken. I wonder if it's... Remember with NR03 we had that shit where we had to, like, allow the app through the firewall?
Except I was in your pCars 2 server the other day.
No,
Got
no,
that.
like the actual SRS launcher. Not pCars 2. But, like, when you install or you extract the, what's it called? Like, the SRS app for this game.
SRS shouldn't need to go through the firewall to bring up Steam like that. I don't imagine so, anyway. Yeah, without it through firewall, nothing.
Or I'll park and I'll troubleshoot after I finish
It's
this
too
lap.
late. Too late. Just go on with your race.
No, but I mean, like, if it's something really simple, like, we still have a decent amount.
I've done everything like in this the pCars 2 app forum posts. Everything. Like the Steam ID 64, that's in and it's the right number. Everything.
Did you run the SRS app as administrator? So I know that shit fucks with me every once in a while too. Like, if I don't run R Factor as an admin, it doesn't save any of my profile settings. It's really goofy.
Yeah, run as administrator, nothing.
That's bizarre.
Don't
What
care anymore.
what OS are you on?
There's 10. 64-bit.
Yeah, that's just strange then.
Oh well. Yeah, Henrique, I followed instructions to the T. On the forum post, I had my Steam ID 64 in my profile. Double checked that was correct. I was able to sign in on the SRS app, which I'm running as administrator. I'm done everything, and in the app, I click the green join button, and then all that does is refresh the page within the app, and nothing pops up. I don't get anything from Steam. Nothing.
There might be other people with the same issue, but it's hard to tell with SRS because some people just forget about a race they signed up for.
I guess.
Because, like, there's 9 signed up and we only got 4 in, so there's a chance people are having the same problems as you. But there's also a chance they just said, I don't care, and didn't come. Okay, we'll go back to pit box. I'll put more fuel in it.
Okay. Probably won't be able to qualify if I do get in even now, but I'll try anything.
Well, there's only 4 people in here, so you just pass people in the first corner.
Savage.
pCars needs to not be running when you press the join button.
Mm-hmm. I followed everything to the T. Every single thing. And I was in the 147s as well, so I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't really practice for this. How did you do your Steam ID?
A website, you put in the URL to your page and it throws up like a list of all your IDs and
No, I know that,
identification.
but did you?
Well, that's how I did it then.
No, but did you type only the XXX part, or did you also include the 7656 part? Because
The whole number.
I included the 7656 part. Okay, I'm just trying to think.
Yep. You know me, I double checked,
Yeah.
triple checked everything.
Did you change your Steam name?
Uh-huh.
Because it's showing as just Ethan
Okay.
for me.
Team name is Ethan Dean. Everything, man. Henrique, if you pasted something in the chat, I'm not seeing it. You say put this directly on your Steam launch parameters, and yeah, my Steam ID is correct. I figured it was. I even use the same site listed in the forum posty thingy.
And I presume you extracted it to like the pCars directory, hey?
Mm-hmm. Everything.
This probably wouldn't do anything, but do you have the SRS exe on your desktop? Again, I don't think that would actually be the issue.
The SRS exe is in the pCars2 root folder. I created a shortcut to the desktop as prescribed.
Definitely need stronger FFB. Just a bit though. Nope. That was the wrong option I chose.
I'm literally just about to sell my wheel.
As Enrique said, if other people are having this problem, that would be interesting to know.
Oh wait, the SRS.exe needs to be in a folder named SRS pCars too.
Did you do that?
No, I put it right in the root. Because I basically just read extract this zip file to project cars to root folder.
But was there like a folder inside that zip?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, that's how the.
If I saw a folder in the zip, I would have. Have a look. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same way with R3. It needs to be in its own like folder. Like
Yeah, there we go.
isolated, I guess. You do have time. You have a minute to join. 1 minute and 10 seconds.
All right. Well.
And there's 4 of us, so you'll get in. Just jump in, load the set. You'll be good. Yeah, 55 seconds. You'll definitely make it.
All right. I'm trying to remember my login shit. Please have me still registered for the race. Nah. Oh, at least I know what went wrong. I don't know why I glossed over that. My bad. I missed the part where they'd make sure the folder structure stays the same. I'm not going to join in time though, because it's when I put the new SRS EXE in, because I just dragged the folder in.
We do get 2 minutes now. Fuck yeah, because the whole fucking good job, Enrique. You changed it so it doesn't go right to race. Thank you. I'm very appreciative. Cool.
It's as I went in, it's I wasn't signed up for the session anymore, so.
Thank you.
I know what went wrong, so. Yeah, Enrique, if you pasted it in the chat, I didn't see it. It might have triggered the spam filter or something. I didn't get it, I'm afraid. But it's fine. It's too late now.
That was a suboptimal start.
Guys, the race has started.
2 lengths behind you. 2 lengths back.
Like, the stream is like a minute behind, which is
That's
weird.
rough.
So, I don't blame you, of course, but like, I'm on TeamSpeak Live with Austin, and like, yeah, it started like years ago. Yeah, still not seeing anything, Henrique, but it's okay. I know what's wrong now, so I fixed it. Just not in time. I'll try. I guess the next one is your stock cars. Wait, no, there are Clio Cup races around the clock.
Oh, are they? Is there one in a couple hours? Might be worth doing.
No, it's in like 16 hours or something like that. It's not as frequent as some of the other series. So.
Oh, okay. That's probably good to funnel people into max participation.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, pardon me. Oh, well, I guess I'm your host now. I'll take questions and comments from the call. Because this is going to be boring. Minus sports play. Yeah, I know what you're trying to paste, but like I'm not saying it. It's triggering the spam filter or something. But yeah, like I said, I know I fucked up. So
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I really hope, Wabbit, that this takes off, because I'm not saying pCars 2 is perfect, but what it does well is such a breath of fresh air from what AC does badly that I just want to race in this. Like this little front wheel drive hatchback, I was doing a fuel run in it and I was just grinning from ear to ear. It was so fun to drive. Whereas fuel runs in AC are just a chore. I fall asleep during them.
AC
I can
feels
literally just
lifeless and numb.
like I can switch my brain off and the car just stays planted, and it's just like AC is very Guitar Hero-able, you know. Whereas pCars 2 has that kind of malleability, that unpredictability. You know, the grip isn't 100,000% consistent. Gain it and lose it, and that. Oh, I agree, Rabbit. Wabbit. Upcoming series. Racing system, upcoming series. Yeah, it's in 15 hours and 36 minutes, and there's nothing before that. The one after that is GT3 in a day and 17 hours. Yeah, I reckon I can squeak a quick Clio race in at 5 PM. If it all works, which it will now.
Well,
I
Guillermo
think
Russell's
this is-
starting a series too.
That's kind of a tricky time slot for me because like it's the evening, I just kind of want to sit down, have dinner, you know, that kind of thing. It's like right on that time. This is like the second time I've swore blind that I fucking double, triple checked everything, made sure it's legit, and I made a fundamental boo-boo. I'm only human after all. Double painful because I'd be wrecking your pace right now.
Mm-hmm. I definitely eyeballed the setup.
Oh, Henry! Gene Track Day 8 has real weather and time set on. Oh, well, I'm running that. You just sold me on that series, Enrique.
Goodbye, AC.
Because like not to bitch about SRS or AC, but like the same conditions, no matter what, it's always something I've never really liked about it. But real weather and time, yes please. Wait, real time? Wouldn't that mean that Donington would be at night? Because over here, that race time slot is 2 AM.
Well, I think real time means real time progression.
Oh, okay.
That would make sense.
One thing I'd love to see on SRS and pCars too would be like special events, such as like a 2.4 hours of Le Mans or something like that, with like a 24-hour day-night cycle compressed into 2.4 hours,
It's
that kind of thing.
Up for people to come out. They need to show support for it.
Yeah. Like, there's so much awesome shit you can really do. And even, I think, all the Soul stuff for AC is up and running online. Or close to it. But it is just a bit of a faff, and you'd have to require people to have the shaders patch.
This is just boot the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yes. Hour long, nighttime. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm definitely running that. Thank you, Base Enrique. Enrique, sorry. Now I definitely want to make sure my shit's all together in this works. Goal's a bit buggy on MP. Yeah, I kind of figured. I figured it would be. But for offline play, that is like, if you have AC and you don't have the shaded lights patch and the Soul and everything, like it's so much more than just weather. Like, there's a whole laundry list of just like the tiniest tweaks this dude's made, and it's AC too.
Yeah, it's like an AC community patch.
Yeah, exactly. Like, literally a community patch. And they've even brought in new physics parameters for mod cars, that sort of thing. Like, you almost rolled.
I know.
5-second long days, oh my god. Yeah, I remember when, in the early days of AC Early Access, you could like crank the weather and the sky would just flash. The clouds would be like rotating around at like hurricane speeds. Do you remember how shit AC's clouds used to be? Just like this flat two-dimensional texture like above the ground plane.
I just remember AC being shit in general and not touching it for years until SRS came along.
But
Like we played it initially, and then it's just like there's nothing to do. It's a fucking sandbox sim like every other sandbox sim I own that I don't really play.
Yeah. Then came Henrique and Ilya. Now it's one of my... It's still my favourite sim. My favourite, like, competitive platform. But that's just because I haven't done a race of pCars 2 yet. Or a SRS, like, league kind of thing. And yeah, those 3D mirrors are awesome. Like, I've always wanted in AC the bodywork being reflected and everything. But yeah, I don't have the FOV to really utilize it. But in VR, he also made it to where the driver's helmet and face are linked to like your head movement. So you can move your head up and to the side and look at yourself in the mirror and like nod and all that, and it shows. It's crazy. And showing car body parts in the mirror is underrated because it really shows you proximity. Like, if you just have a blank mirror, like Austin has here, even though it's blurred out with this camera, it doesn't tell me like how close the guy is behind. You know, I don't know where the back of my car would be in that mirror shot. But yeah, the shaders patch is it's something else. It really is. Like, this dude even made like the water texture like a new water shader, and it moves with the wind direction. And it's just all these little things that he keeps coming out with. I'm just like, dude, you need to chill out. By the way, there are 16 people watching this.
Why? It's a 3-car race and nothing's really happening. I almost died there. I was pushing too hard.
Yeah, this will snap on you. It turns really... You almost fucking died. Laugh magic, pretty much. Donk music intensifies. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, I agree on that, Jockey. But there is a thing in Content Manager, which is if you use Content Manager, it's this new UI that basically complements the shaders patch, implements the 24-hour cycle, whatever. You get a whole host of options for the shader patch, and just AC core fixes in general, and you can actually disable the pit menu from the D-pad and map the D-pad to anything. So if you have Content Manager, look into that. And if you don't have Content Manager, get Content Manager. It's really good. I haven't been in the stock PC UI in like... Well, sometimes I've needed it to browse for servers, because sometimes it does screw up a little bit, but otherwise I just have no use for the stock AC UI anymore on that Java, Flash, HTML, whatever it is, based launcher. DM's just so much nicer. It really is, and at first the plan wasn't even to have that pit menu. They wanted to keep the mouse-based like pit selections in because it was like a mini game and it added variability to the pit stops. But then they woke up and realized what sim racing is, so they put in a proper pit menu as is the norm. If you have real head motion, you need to do that anyway, because real head motion is independent from like AC's cockpit camera. So if you have AC's regular like look left and right bound, it won't affect real head motion. It won't do anything because real head motion is its own like separate thing. So you're doing the right thing anyway if you need to use real head motion. But if you're just using real head motion for the ability to map your D-pad, then yeah, you can take that off now and just see where this is.
I'm not happy about a 3-car race, but eh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that like so few people got in. Like maybe they did like you did and just installed it wrong. Or like, oh, it doesn't matter where the folder goes.
Well, I mean, they can probably read, so... yeah, it's in settings, Assetto Corsa, controls, and then under system, you'll see ignore POV1 buttons in pits. No, wait, that's not it. It's somewhere in there. I know there is a thing to where... Uh, hmm. I don't know where it is, but you can bound the D-pad to anything using CM.
I might hit a 47 here.
Ooh.
Maybe not. Be like a 48-1.
Rip.
Not 48-2. I mean, I am confident though about the long-term popularity, because when SRS got started on Race Room, there was like nobody who showed up to anything. And then like it took a few months, but now they get like a fuck ton of people.
Yeah.
It's maybe not as popular as AC, but like if you have the game, there's still people to race with and you get mostly full rooms. But I mean, over time, I think because there's so much unique stuff in this game, and it actually drives okay, it'll slowly grow.
I really hope so.
Almost flipped again. Lol.
But what I do notice though is I'm not seeing the pCars 2 races in the main like race menu. When I go to simracingsystem.com/race.php, like the main menu, I'm not seeing the pCars 2 races in that menu. And I guess this is where it would get the exposure, so I don't know, maybe it's coming.
Maybe it's because the season hasn't started yet. This like is technically the first race, is it not?
I guess. Is pCars 2 based on RF1 physics engine or just pCars 1?
Well, it's ISI motor. Like the underlying like remnants of this engine are ISI motor, so it's technically R factor. That being said, SMS has rewritten pretty much everything with the help of the guy who made Richard Burns Rally.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Based RDR.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know how like AMS was this big deal because you had a company that was allowed to tweak the ISI motor to do whatever they wanted instead of just using the engine?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Madness engine is, except it's had 10 years of improvements and just random stuff added to it.
Right.
So like Automobilista in 10 years is like what pCars is now, if that makes sense. So anyway, big important lesson that we need to talk about. When you get to this post-race results screen, do not quit. Do not press return to lobby until like the whole thing's over. Otherwise, what happens is I think it like DQs you from the race.
Oh, okay, Henrik, thank you.
So I really don't want to press return to lobby yet until everyone's finished.
That does make sense, but I feel like having it up there anyway, whether you have it ticked or not, because I mean, someone might have pCars 2 installed and like not have that box checked. Um, yeah, yeah, I will. But yeah, having it up there anyway might like spur people on. Like, oh, I have pCars 2 installed. I just don't have it ticked because I don't play it. But if there's a series going on now, I'll join. Also, Freddie Mercury. I have not played Dirt Rally 2.0. It looks okay. But I'm just really fucked off with the DLC. How it's just rehashed stages from the first game, and they're selling it to us now. If it was the only rally game coming out, I probably would have bought it, but I'm really just biding my time for WRC8. So. pCars 2, there we go. Thanks, Enrique.
So, now because it's not AC, we don't have to do a bunch of replay file management. To watch a replay, we literally just hit save at the end of the race and then go into saved replays. I'm not going to watch the whole race, obviously, but this was turn 1, lap 1. We didn't have any wrecks, which is very good for a 4-car race. You never know what kind of crazy shit can happen in this stuff.
Potentiometer versus load cell, does it matter? It's all about the resistance. I have a Nixim brake mod. It's all about the feel. Maybe a load cell can feel harder, but
oh man, look at this too.
Just as long as you get the feeling.
What's this, a photo mode that doesn't require like a dev app to enable? What even is this?
AC as a photo mode, you don't need a dev app to enable.
It's not this easy to use though.
Your mum's easy to use.
Ah, I took a pretty picture.
Oh, well done. I'm going to print that out and put it on my fridge. Good job, Oggy.
I also want to show the tire deformation, because you can see it in replay and it's really cool.
Hey, Travis.
Hopefully we'll be able to see this.
That is a pretty picture, Austin.
Hey, take a picture to last longer. Can we just talk about how stupid that Windows store is?
How stupid what?
The Windows store is?
Never used it. Aside to buy Horizon 4.
Look at that tire deformation. Well, you'll see it in a bit, but it's so beautiful.
On Nooch, the photo mode is stellar in this.
Yep.
It really is very, very good. I've got some shots on my Twitter.
You can even see like the tire kind of coming off the rim. This is ridiculous. Yep. Look at this. This is so beautiful. But no, it's a Simcade game. You guys shouldn't play it. Play AC and deal with broken, shitty-ass mods.
And old people who are slow.
Yep. I mean, like, it's just, even when I zoom out here, like, this looks good. Looks really, really good. Sorry, I'm being a loser and taking pictures of a 4-car race I won. It happens.
Would have been a 5-car race if I knew how to read.
The only thing I don't like is you can't seek in the replay. Like, you have to watch it either in fast forward or in reverse. There's no, like, you know, in AC you just click on the timing bar and it, like, skips ahead. Yeah.
Honestly, bad replay in racing games, like bad replay function, makes me not want to play the game anymore.
For like league stuff, it's essential to have a good replay system, but And yeah, you can just like free fly around the car. That's an issue with the shadows. 10 out of 10. I think I reported that though. Some stuff didn't get fixed. The big stuff did though. The important stuff got fixed. I kind of want to go to where I like almost died. I hate like having to skip ahead though.
Yep.
That being said, Sean watches the whole race on his stream when he does.
So does Thompson.
I never do. I just fuck off and have a wank. That's how you be fast.
Like, at least with this game, like, it's kind of fun because, like, it genuinely looks good. Like, AC, like, as fun as it is to race on SRS, it's not a good-looking game. And you have to, like, really start massaging stuff to make it look not like a physics sandbox. Whereas this, like, every picture you take is just like, oh, wow, this game looks really good. Press F12 and you're done.
I agree.
I do want to get to the point where I almost junked the car. Oh, we could have been on 5x speed. My bad, guys. Roof cam. That was a big one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do like the very next one in 15 hours. But Austin won't be around, so I guess the next time I'll be up here is in the stock cars at Texas Road. Really appreciate you poking your head in here though, Henrique, and helping out. That's customer service right there.
A free app has better technical support than iRacing. Oops, I quit.
That's very true.
Wait, what?
Anyways, thanks for coming out, guys. I'm gonna kill the stream. I need some food. Might be on a little later. I don't know. But yeah, that's SRS on pCars. If you follow the instructions, it generally works.
Yeah, make sure you follow the instructions. Don't be like Ethan. Friends don't let friends be like Ethan. Come out and race with us in pCars 2. Bring up the numbers. Go on, let's make this big.
Alright, see you later, guys.
Cheerio.